I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa. I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa. I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
Hello, users, and welcome back to the Above It All broadcast. How's it going? How are you doing? Whew. Drinking my coffee today. Got a show going on today, folks. Got a program today. Environmental Coffee House. You keep saying this. I'm going to change my other YouTube channel into this. My time is very split and precious, but I'm hoping to have people get into this. What is this, Environmental Coffee House? Ugh. I got something in my eyeball. Hello, users, and welcome to a programmatic experience known as the Above It All program, the broadcast on many platforms, including and limited to YouTube.com. I used to upload my show as an audio podcast. Would anyone want me to do that again? I stopped doing that a while ago because I was lazy. Would anyone want me to start uploading this as an audio podcast again? Is that useful? I don't know if anyone actually watched or listened to the show that way. I'm not sure. But hello, users. We got a show. A program. Honestly, this is a program that we've got. Maybe if it's edited. What does that mean? Maybe if it's edited. This is an English speaking chat room, KK. I can edit, delete half a second from the middle of a sentence, and then it's edited. Cut the ums and pauses. What? This is why I don't ask questions to my audience. I got a bunch of stupid motherfuckers here. Why would I cut the ums and the pauses? That's part of the show? I pause for emphasis, motherfucker. It's part of the show. I pause for emphasis. So when I say, you are a bitch, it's a lot better than I say, you are a bitch. You know what I mean? Come on now. And maybe if it's edited. This motherfucker, we got, in fact, and you know what? I'm going to whip out the timeout, KK. I'm timing you out. Go stand in the corner for that shit. Go stand in the fucking corner. I don't think I can undo a timeout. Oh shit. How long is a timeout? I don't think I can undo it. It just gives me the option to do it again? Okay, I guess I can't undo the timeout. I thought I would just be able to undo it instantly. But I guess not. You'll be back, don't worry. Now go sit in the corner! Is it 300 seconds? 5 minutes? Okay. You can't undo the timeout. What a shitty website. I timed someone out as a joke, and then they have to stay timed out. Stand in the corner. Eat your vegetables. No more TV. All night! Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Lindsay would know what a timeout is. This bitch is going all across town. Yeah, that's right. I'm a YouTube chat moderator. That's fucking Lindsay's career. Audio podcast that's only the ums and pauses. There you go. That'd be good. Oh, maybe if it's edited. Like, what does that mean? Like, this is my thing. If on a serious note, if me saying or because I get a lot of Republicans that that get triggered by that. Like, if saying triggers you, I don't like. Have you ever spoken to people ever in your life? Like, to me, that's like incel territory. To me, it's incel territory. It's like, I've never had a conversation with another human being. Everyone does that shit. I don't know what to tell you. Like, but, you know, I don't want to heap on KK there. KK's just trying their best. So we got a show today. I don't even know where to start. Is a DC thing? No. It's not. It's not. Like, this concept of, like, the people that only say or are in DC. Like, what? Like, I don't know. What? Like, everyone I've ever had a conversation to, in every conversation, would frequently pause in the middle of the conversation. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, I've had one hard vegan animal rights pal in the Feldo community who told me he can't watch AI because he's triggered by your ums and ahs. Well, then they're an idiot. I don't know. Like, it's that simple. If you get triggered by or you're an idiot. Like, and I'm saying this, and I'm not, like, usually I'd be joking, but, like, I sincerely.
Only I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Like, you're just dumb? Like, you're just a dumb motherfucker? Like, I don't care if they're vegan. I don't care if they've got, like, a fucking master's degree in fucking crack cocaine, right? Like, they're just a fucking stupid fucking moron. It's like the same thing of saying, like, oh, I can't listen to someone because they've got a British accent. It's like, what? Like, what? Like, it just doesn't, it's not, anyone that gets triggered by that is an idiot. Like, it's factually true. Where did I go to college? I dropped out of high school, asshole. But seriously, though, anyone that I get this a lot. Like, you try doing a fucking several-hour live stream every day. I'm like, do it, motherfucker! This person says, at least 6 times per 30 seconds. I'm triggered. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, dumb motherfucker. Dumb motherfucker. Tyler's gonna start making movies. Tyler, is that one of those video cameras that has like the fucking little like mini VHS tapes? Because I had one of those. It looked old school, the one you posted. Edited down to be more directly to the point. Yeah, I'm not doing any work. Here's the thing. If I were to do an audio version of the podcast, I'm not doing work. Unless you want to pay me. Do you want to pay me? If you want to give me like $50 a month, then maybe I'd consider putting work into it. But the only option for an audio podcast is a straight rip. That's it. Unless I'm getting paid to do extra work. Because I'm not doing that fucking shit. No way. You got to sub to Patreon and then give me an extra amount of money on top of that? Maybe I'll make that a Patreon goal, $1,000 a month, and I'll make an audio podcast that edits out the ums and uhs. Like, here's the thing. I do everything by myself. Like, this isn't like a fucking... You're not on this big channel that hires producers and editors. I produce my own show. I write my own show. I don't write my own show because it's all improv. I edit my own clips. I manage my own social media. Like, I'm not doing a bunch of extra work every day. Like, that's like, wow, a bunch of work every day. No. You are the problem. How's the membership project going along? It's, all right, let's get into the news. All right. I think your ums and ams and wires. The show. So, yesterday it was official. Roe v. Wade is gonzo. Now, before I get into... there's a lot to talk about on this one. And I'm going to be focusing on protests in this segment. But again, I just want to say... Like... I don't know, man. Democratic politicians... are really insufferable. They're insufferable. The so-called Supreme Court justices that aren't cult member psychopaths are also insufferable. I'm really sick of these liberal, uppity morons. And I want to go through a couple of these examples. So, this clip, you may have seen this circulating the rounds. I know that this is during the bipartisan gun reform bullshit, which the bipartisan gun reform bill is trash. It might reduce gun violence a little bit, but it's not going to get at any of the problems. And it's also, again... the Supreme Court, whatever possible good would come from it, the Supreme Court's going to kick out. Right? So, but here's a clip of Democratic politicians singing a song. As you can hear some protest chants gear up in the background.
The night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans. White with foam, God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
So a lot of people are like, oh, no. It's because they're celebrating the gun bill. Okay, you can celebrate the gun bill. Whatever. Is it better than nothing? Maybe. I would argue it's worse than nothing because they're going to pretend like, oh, the gun problem is solved. Look at this bill we did. And it moves the needle back like maybe a couple percentage points, right? So I would argue it's worse than nothing. But, okay, so they're celebrating the gun bill by singing a song, God Bless America? What? What? God Bless America. What? I'm sorry. First of all, I know this might be controversial. There is no God. God's not blessing anybody. All right. Second of all, what the fuck? You need to go back to singing class. I was in fucking second grade fucking music class singing better songs than this fucking shit. Third of all, what the fuck? Okay, you passed gun reform, quote unquote, and now you're gonna sing? Why are we singing? Okay, I don't know why we're singing. Well, I'm not singing. But it gets worse. It gets worse, okay? I want to play this clip here. Nancy Pelosi, whom I have a lot of respect for, right? As you know, Nancy Pelosi she's a very smart politician, right? As she said a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
He's saying this country needs a strong Republican Party, and we do.
A couple months ago, and this was after the draft leak of Roe v. Wade's decision, I guess the Dobbs decision, she's talking about we need a strong Republican Party. This is what she's been doing for months. Well, Nancy Pelosi, this is her response to the Supreme Court rolling back abortion rights. I mean, again, trigger warning, because you might, again, if you're in a car, pull over. If you're near a bridge, I would suggest walking in the opposite direction of whatever the closest bridge is. Because this man, holy shit.
I am personally overwhelmed by this decision. From time to time, I
just want to say again, the leaked draft, whatever it is, of the Dobbs-Jackson decision, Democrats had a several month heads up. They knew this was coming for months. Months! And what did all of the Democrats do? What did Nancy Pelosi do? Nothing. Nancy Pelosi actually did worse than nothing. She campaigned for an anti-abortion Democrat in Texas, who apparently was declared the winner after a long recount. So, they had a several month heads up. And it's also, we should have seen this coming when Kavanaugh and Barrett were added to the court. Anyone that thought that the Supreme Court would not roll back rights once they had a 6-3 court is a fucking moron. And if you're telling me that the leader of the House of Representatives didn't see it coming, even after the leaked draft, didn't see it coming. What? What? So they're overwhelmed? They're overwhelmed? Are you joking? Is this a joke? You're overwhelmed? Anyway.
quote this poem by Ehud Manor. He's an Israeli poet. I met his wife when I've been in Israel. He says, I have no...
Wait, what?
In Israel. He's an Israeli poet. I met his wife when I've been in Israel.
What a weird thing to say. I met his wife and I've been in Israel. Okay, I'm happy that you took a vacation to another country. Like, I don't know, that's just such a weird thing. Is that what she said? When I've been in Israel? Okay, I don't know.
In Israel. He says, I have no other country, even though my land is burning. Only a word in Hebrew penetrates my veins, my soul, with an aching body and with a hungry heart. Here is my home. I will not be silent, for my country has changed her face. My country has changed her face. I shall not give up on her. I shall remind her and sing into her ears until she opens her eyes. Clearly, we hope that the Supreme Court would open its eyes. I
said this on Twitter earlier. If you go to work, right? And let's say you're the second one in or you're the first one into your job, okay? And then someone else, your coworker comes to work and it's only you and that coworker. And that coworker says, like, maybe they don't know that you're there, or maybe they're talking out loud. Maybe you look at their phone and you see something, and you find out that they're planning on carrying out a mass shooting at work tomorrow, right? Because this is what the leaked draft. I'm sorry. That's what they said. They said they were going to do this, and no one. They're like, oh, and then yesterday happens, and they're like, whoa, right? Okay. So if you find out your coworker is going to commit a mass shooting tomorrow, and you don't do anything, you don't call your coworkers, you don't call the cops, and then you just let everyone go in there. Maybe you take your day off and let everyone go in there and get shot and killed by the crazy coworker, right? That would be criminal negligence. You knew that a crime was going to happen, and you did nothing about it. So, okay. You hope the Supreme Court will open its eyes? What the fuck? What? Like, seriously? Nancy Pelosi belongs in prison. Now, again, obviously, Republicans and every justice on the Supreme Court also belongs in prison. No shit. But again, if you know someone is going to fuck people over and you do nothing to stop it, while you're in a position to stop it. I love how she's quoting a poem, by the way. A poem. Was that poem written by, like, the fucking Prime Minister of Israel or some shit? No, it was written by some motherfucker sitting in their house, right? You're the fucking Speaker of the motherfucking House of Goddamn Son of a Bitch and Representatives, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, if I wanted to come on my show in my bedroom and read a fucking stupid fucking poem, it would make at least a little bit of sense. I have no political power. This is the Speaker of the fucking goddamn motherfucking House of motherfucking Representatives. And she's gonna read a fucking poem? And again, this is the same stupid fucking whore that's going out there saying we need a strong Republican Party. Well, we got one. Can we get a strong Democratic Party? Is that possible? And then we got Joe Biden. Shit fuck for brains. Dumb motherfucker. Stupid fuckface in chief. Joe fucking goddamn Biden. With this goddamn horse shit.
I call on everyone, no matter how deeply they care about this decision, to keep all protests peaceful. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. No intimidation. Violence is never acceptable. Threats and intimidation are not speech.
So, okay. Here's my thing. And I want to talk more about this statement in a little bit. But the right wing commits violence, acts of violence all day, every day. Again, they telegraphed, they told everyone they were going to overturn Roe versus Wade months ago. And what did Joe Biden do? Nothing. Nothing. He did nothing. So, okay, you're telling me people have to live under fascist, authoritarian, minoritarian rule, and you're the president who says that you're going to do something about it, you do nothing, and now you're trying to tell us to calm down? I don't know, man. I'm going to talk more about this statement in a second here, but I just want to talk about general Democratic incompetence right now. The Democratic Party is garbage. It's garbage. Cloud asked, what should he have done? He should go on television every single day to discuss how the court functions, to discuss the shadow docket, to discuss what they're telegraphing, how they're going to do it. He should go up there every single day on national television. We should give Joe Biden 7 days a week, 8 p.m. primetime mandatory viewing for him to go out there and say what needs to be done to end the Republican power power in this country. Instead, he goes out there, he campaigns for Republicans. Instead, he's hiding all the problems. Instead, he's just saying, oh, someone else should do this. Right? He should go out there and say we need to expand the court. Electoral college reform. How did these people get on the court to begin with? Seriously. How did any of these Republicans get on the court? From presidents who lost popular vote. They didn't win. We don't live in a democracy. George W. Bush did not win in 2000 in the popular vote. Donald Trump in 2016 lost the popular vote. The Senate, a 50-50 Senate, Democrats represent 40 million more people than Republicans, and it's split down the middle, right? So, I don't know, you could educate Americans, because we have to understand, Americans are fucking stupid. Americans are fucking dumb motherfuckers. Americans suck ass. And not like the good kind of ass that you really want to suck, but the bad kind of ass, right? Like the fucking, I don't know, like someone that just ate Taco Bell approximately 48 minutes ago kind of ass. You don't want to go anywhere near that shit, right? So it's incumbent upon our leaders to educate people. To educate people. You can't just go up there and say, I wish this weren't the case, and not educate people as to how we got here and what we need to do. This idea that Democrats, oh, they don't have the power to do something, and so they should just shut up and stay home and not talk about anything. That's what got us into this fucking mess. Republicans are constantly being educated by their leaders. Republicans know more about the court system than the average Democrat. And why is that? Because Democrats don't fucking educate their voter base. They don't. Republicans love to educate their voter base. And obviously, the kind of education is like this, again, the Christian theocracy kind of education that preaches disinformation and lies, right? And Democrats just go like, wow, aren't the Republicans super bad? And they don't spend any amount of time educating their voters at all. So I don't care what Joe Biden's power says. He should be doing executive orders that are blatantly illegal. Donald Trump did it. Do like 10, 30, 50, 300 blatantly illegal executive orders and let them go through the courts. Let them, like, just slog down the courts so that it takes longer for them to get to these cases where they overturn people's rights. Print out 16 trillion executive orders. We have a copy machine. I don't care if they're all illegal. Donald Trump didn't care when he was doing illegal executive actions. Let them go to the courts and let them strike down each one individually. Waste their fucking time for a couple years so we have a couple more years of rights if you're not going to do anything. Like, that's the thing, is that Americans are fucking stupid. Americans are stupid motherfuckers. Full stop. Every American, including myself and including you, are dumb motherfuckers. Our schools didn't educate us on how this shit works. Our parents certainly didn't educate us on how this shit works. Our leaders didn't educate us on how this shit works. The only people that are getting any sort of actual education are far-right Christian theocrats, and they're getting educated in the Bible and what God says, but they don't actually read the Bible. They have someone else tell them what the Bible says, and sure, everything that they say in the Bible is wrong, but they just tell someone it's in the Bible and they'll think it's real. Instead, Democrats scold their base. Democrats are like, no, our voters fucking suck. Fuck the voters. By the way, Roe v. Wade got overturned. Can you give us some cash? And then what's that shit with Dianne Feinstein hugging Lindsey Graham at the Amy Coney Barrett hearing? Like, seriously? What the fuck? Democratic leaders are garbage. They're garbage. They're garbage. trash. It's garbage. It's shit in my asshole. Like, what we have in this country are two radical sides. One is radically in favor of destroying everyone else's lives and installing a Christian theocracy, installing a king, which they tried to do on January 6th. The other radical side are people that just want, you know, everyone to get along and to love one another. Radical! I know, it's insane! And then what you got is a middle 70 to 80% of America that probably more so agrees with the everyone should love one another shit, but they do nothing. They don't care. They're fucking stupid. They don't give a shit. They won't do anything for anybody. They're losers. They're fucking crybaby losers, right? And then, again, the radical left, which are the good guys, they spend all their time yelling at each other and yelling at liberals and creating all these stupid fucking divides. And the radical right, they're spending all their time getting dictators on the Supreme Court, destroying our fucking country. The Republican Party represents the radical right, and the Democratic Party represents the radical do-nothing center. The motherfuckers that wouldn't even, like, I don't know, if like Adolf Hitler was at their doorstep and they had a chance to kill Adolf Hitler, they'd be like, oh, guns are icky, ugh. Like, these are the motherfuckers, man, that are just radical, do-nothing, loser fuckers. I'm sick and tired of these loser fuckers. These fucking losers, like Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, House and Senate Democrats are fucking losers. They're fucking losers. Now, again, we got a couple, 6, 7, 8, maybe, that are worth something at all, but they can't do everything alone. AOC cannot single-handedly educate everyone in America. It's just not possible. Bernie Sanders cannot single-handedly educate every American. He can try his best. He can educate millions of people. But we need more people to educate one another and bring people to the actual solutions. Like radically loving one another. That shouldn't be that hard. I love my neighbor and would do anything for my neighbor when they're in jeopardy. And my neighbor loves me and would do anything for me when I'm in jeopardy. That should be a pretty fucking simple concept. But Americans are fucking stupid. And we elect stupid fucking leaders. That's the problem. We have stupid fucking goddamn leaders in this stupid fucking goddamn country. Anyway, I got more to say about a lot. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. But let's take an and break. Hello, depleted uranium cowboy. Hello, do epic shizzle. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Ali CIA. Oh, God. Hello, Donald James X. Hello, Cloud. Hello, Abner. Hello, Gary. Hello, Com. Com coming in from the Doom streams, by the way. The Doom stream to Radical Antifa pipeline is complete. Anastasia. EC. Who else is here? We got Mila. Goddamn Mila. We got Peter. Motherfucking Peter. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. And we probably got some other people that I missed. Got a show going on, folks. Got a program. It's a program that we've got today. Today. Got Abner. In the goddamn. In the motherfucking goddamn. Goddamn. Trying to finish my coffee here. Holy macaroni. Holy macaroni, folks. Holy macaroni. Like the goddamn stream. I don't know how many times I need to tell you motherfuckers to like, and when you're done liking, subscribe. Subscribe. You know what else you gotta do? You gotta watch the Cooking with the Bitch show. Motherfucker, once a week I tell you how to cook. I educate you stupid fuckface Americans in my chat. Americans don't know how to fucking cook because they're fucking stupid, okay? And here I am, right? The benevolent, selfless genius sharing recipes on how to feed yourself, and motherfuckers don't watch it. Motherfuckers don't watch it, okay? Watch Cooking with the Bitch show. It's not hard. It's not hard. Oh, Jesus. Subscribe. Doom with the cooking. One day I'll combine all the shows into one. That'll be an epic show. I would also like to say, real quick, just in case anyone did forget, it's the weekend, motherfucker. Yeah! That's probably really loud because I had the audio thing on from Nancy Pelosi's poem. So I apologize if that blew your goddams out. I've been drinking every day for a while. And yesterday I got a new kind of alcohol that I've never had before. It's like some limoncello bullshit. And I got really drunk yesterday. And I would like to announce that when I woke up this morning, I had no hangover. I am 26 years old, and I've never had a goddamn hangover, ever, in my life. Motherfuckers tell me, hangovers, oh my God. Motherfucker, I woke up, and I was fine. So I'm starting to think hangovers are a conspiracy. That's what I'm starting to think. That's my thought process. Hangovers are a fucking conspiracy. They don't exist. They're made up. They're made up. I see motherfuckers that are like 18 years old. And they're like, I got a hangover, bruh. No, you don't. You're lying. You're lying. You're part of the conspiracy. You're part of the fucking conspiracy. Holy macaroni, folks. I want a hangover. People have told me, oh, you drink too much water? First of all, no shit, I drink too much water. Water's healthy for you. Second of all, even when I don't drink water, I've tried it. I've said, all right, what if I just don't drink water? No hangover? I've tried to kill myself with alcohol. I've had a lot of stomach hurting. I've thrown up multiple times, but I've never had a fucking hangover. I'm starting to think this is a conspiracy. I'm really starting to think this is a conspiracy. I think y'all are fucking with me. I really do. Anyway, let's talk more about bullshit. So I want to play this Biden clip one more time. And then I want to play another version of it real quick. But I want to play this one more time. So Joe Biden made a statement yesterday after Roe v. Wade. And he didn't do anything other than say, oh, the Supreme Court's silly and dumb. And then also, don't you dare do anything about it. Don't you dare do anything about it. So I just want to play this again real quick.
I call on everyone, no matter how deeply they care about this decision, to keep all protests peaceful. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. No intimidation. Violence is never acceptable. Threats and intimidation are not speech. We must stand against violence in any form, regardless of your rationale.
So violence in any form. Violence in any form. So I want to play this clip. This overlays his speech with the police in Washington, D.C.
Violence is never acceptable. Threats and intimidation are not speech. We must stand against violence in any form, regardless of your rationale.
So this is, of course, dozens and dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of armed soldiers not sent to go defend the Capitol on January 6th, 2021. No. These guys, they were on vacation on January 6th, 2021. They were nowhere to be seen. But people that are protesting the government that weren't going to do anything violent anyway, let's be honest. Most people that would go out to protest about Roe v. Wade are libs, and they're not going to be throwing Molotov cocktails. Let's be honest. Let's be real, okay? Let's just tell the truth. So when Joe Biden says no violence in any form, right? He's only talking down to people that are on the bottom. If you're a cop at a protest in Los Angeles, look at this video here. This cop right here is pointing a live weapon at someone, right? Before they dragged them across on pavement, arresting them. So again, I want to play this clip here. I want to play this again. Right?
I call on everyone, no matter
and I want you to look at this shit
about this decision, to keep all protests peaceful. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. No
Is
intimidation.
Joe Biden going to be talking
never acceptable.
About police?
Threats.
Is he? No, he's not, because he doesn't fucking care. The cops are immune. They don't have to follow rules. They can point guns at people's head. If I went to a protest and I had a handgun and I pointed it at a cop's head and then I threw them down onto the pavement and then dragged them across the pavement, guess what would happen? I would go to jail. If you're a cop, you can point guns at people's faces. You can drag them across the pavement. You can hurt them as many times as you want. You're a cop. You can do whatever you want. But it's not just police that are fucking people up. Here we have a story from Iowa. Truck driver rams into abortion rights demonstrators at Roe rally in Iowa. A victim told HuffPost that the agitated driver careened into protesters on purpose in downtown Cedar Rapids. At least one person was hospitalized. A truck driver careened into a group of demonstrators in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, on Friday as they crossed the street during an otherwise peaceful protest of the overturning of Roe v. Wade. The unidentified male driver of a Ford truck rammed into several protesters. All of them were women at the tail end of the procession, rolling over one woman's ankle and sending her to the hospital. He tried to murder them, said a local journalist and witness to the attack, Liz Lenz. These women see him coming and a bunch of people put their hands out to stop him, and he just keeps going. Multiple witnesses, including one of the victims described the scene in interviews with HuffPost. The male driver was waiting behind several cars at a red light downtown on a throng of protesters across the street. As a throng of protesters crossed the street, he became impatient, as several witnesses said, and hit the gas, maneuvering around several cars to ram protesters. Now again, in a lot of states, even if you're perfectly legally protesting in the street by crossing a crosswalk, it's legal. It's legal to go through a crosswalk. You might not know this, right? But in a lot of states, I'm not sure if Iowa is one of them, it is perfectly legal to mow down a protester and if they're in the street. So, and I want to show the video here. As you can see. Now, I just want to say, for your own safety, no amount of pushing at the front of a truck is going to stop them. No amount of, like, you know, saying saying stop. That's not going to stop them, okay? So, if you ever see a car trying to mow through a crowd, I just want to say I have words of advice. I've been through a situation like this last year during an Elizabeth City protest, right? Get the fuck away. I'm just letting you know. If you are anywhere near a car that is going through a crowd of people, I want you to get the fuck away from there because they don't care about you. No amount of force is going to stop the car from going forward. Get the fuck out. I almost got hit by a car last year, but I had the foresight to get the fuck out. And again, I'm not trying to, it depends on where you are, and these situations are very fluid. But I just want to say, like, for your own safety, if you see a car acting unpredictably, get the fuck away. Hide. Get out of the street. They will kill you. If they can, they will do everything in their power to kill you. I'm just saying, I'm letting everyone know. If a right-winger is driving through a crowd of protesters, their goal is to kill you. Their goal is not to get home in time to watch the game. Okay, that's not their fucking goal. Their goal is not, I gotta get to my daughter's recital. That's not their fucking goal, motherfucker. Their goal is to murder you. Or to handicap you for the rest of your life. So, I'm just saying, if you ever see a car do something like this, just get the fuck away. I guarantee you it's not going to end well. So I'm, and again, I'm not trying to victim blame. I'm not at all. These people are horrible. That just drive through protests. They're horrible, disgusting maniacs. But again, we need to understand that the law is on their side. The police are on their side. Lawyers are on their side. Prosecutors are on their side. Judges are on their side. Politicians are on their side. Okay? They've got all the power. You've got none of the power. So I just want everyone to be very aware of that. But again, right-wingers are insane. They're going on killing sprees all across the country as much as they can. And all across the world, right-wingers are going on killing sprees. So again, I want to juxtapose this one last time with Joe Biden saying no violence.
To keep all protests peaceful. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. No intimidation. Violence is never acceptable.
Tell that to the police that are using tear gas, pointing live weapons at people, hurting people, dragging them across pavement for just expressing their First Amendment right to the freedom of peaceful assembly. These politicians don't give a shit about you. When cops kill people, when cops brutalize people, when cops threaten to kill people, it's okay. It's okay. You have no recourse. You have no power. You have nothing. A cop can point a gun at your head and say, I am going to kill you if you don't listen to what I say. And you can't sue them after the fact. You can't hold them accountable in any way. The best you can do is file a complaint that will be thrown into the paper shredder within a couple hours. That's the best you can do. I want everyone to know we are not on an even playing field at all. All the power is in the right winger's hands. All the power. Not just most of the power. All the power. And now, I'm not trying to be a doomer. I really am not. I think protesting is a good thing. I protest whenever I have the opportunity to do so. I think it's a good thing to protest. But when you go to a protest, you need to understand. It's like playing Dark Souls and you're doing a level 1 run where you're not allowed to level up and you're playing the whole game like that. You have no power at all. It is an unequal playing field. You need to go prepared to die. Every time you go to a protest, you need to be aware of the fact that you need to be ready to escape a life or death situation. Protests are life and death situations. You can be permanently disfigured or permanently handicapped at a protest for the rest of your life. You could get killed at a protest and nothing will happen. You will, like, if you get permanently disfigured, handicapped, or killed, the person that did that against you, especially if they're a cop, they will not be held accountable. If they're a right-winger like Kyle Rittenhouse, they will not be held accountable. And if you go to a protest and you're a left-winger and you're armed and you actually kill someone in self-defense, they will hunt you down and kill you, like we saw with Michael Ryanel in 2020. And the president will go on live television to brag about it. So even if you want to bring guns to a protest, even if you want to be armed, let's assume you escape that situation right then and there. Let's assume someone is going to kill you, someone shoots at you, you manage to not get shot or you get shot in the leg, and then you shoot them back and kill them. Guess what, motherfucker? You might have survived that scenario, but you are going to end up in a cage one way or another. And you are going to end up dead one way or another because we live in an unequal world. The playing field is unequal. We have no power. We have no rights. It's that simple. And now again, I'm not someone that says we should just sit down and shut up. That's not me at all. I'm saying make a mess. I'm saying be loud, be angry. But the most important thing you can do at a protest is survive. I'm just letting you know, right? And it's not just survival in the short term. The most important thing you need to know at a protest is that you should not die at this protest. Do whatever you can to survive and to help your fellow protesters survive. And like, that's the thing, at protest, no one should be yelling at each other over protest tactics at a protest. Someone at a protest, those are your friends. You should be willing to put yourself in danger to help one another. And everyone should be. And if everyone did, we'd have some goddamn solidarity. And don't do anything stupid unless you know for a fact that you cannot get caught. That's another thing. A lot of people do a lot of stupid fucking shit at a protest, and then they get fucking caught. And what good does that do anybody? If you bash a cop car's window, it might feel pretty cool, but if they ID you, it's not worth it. So again, don't do anything fucking stupid unless you know for a fact you're going to get away with it. And even then, don't put anyone else in danger if you're going to do something stupid. If you do something stupid and you put another protester in danger, it's not worth it. Now again, I'm not saying to be, like, principally pacifistic. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying we need to pick the battles as they come. There are people in jail right now from 2020 because they broke cop car windows. Right? There are people in jail right now from 2020 because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time and got falsely ID'd as someone else that did a crime. There are people in jail right now or dead that defended themselves in 2020. So again, if there are protests, you need to be careful. Right? If it's your first time going out to a protest, don't do anything stupid. If you've been to a protest 30 times and if you've been to 68 protests and you know what you're doing, then this podcast is not for you. Right? But a lot of people, again, you just got to be careful. I don't know what else to tell you. Because all the power is in their hands. We have no power at all. None. 0%. 0% of the power. We don't even have people power. No one cares. Liberals aren't going to do anything to help us. So we don't even have people power. We have nothing. We could maybe achieve people power, but we don't have it right now. Let's assume we did. If we have 5 million people march on Washington, is that going to do anything? Is Clarence Thomas going to go like, oh shit, my bad? And then go back in time or undo, press the undo button? That's not how it works. I don't know, man. I don't want to be a doomer. If you have the opportunity to protest, you should. I 1000% support protesting. All protests should be a learning experience. If you go to a protest, you need to pay attention to everything everyone is doing, including yourself, and learn. Learn what the cops do. Learn how the cops react. Learn how the cops communicate with one another. Learn what, their symbols are. Learn how people, congregate in protests. Learn. If you go to a protest, you need to learn. Step 1, learn. Don't do anything fucking stupid, especially if it's your first time going out to do a protest. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to go to a protest. It's going to be cool. I'm going to riot and loot or whatever, right? Now, again, do whatever you want. But you need to know what the fuck you're doing. Because when you do shit willy-nilly and you get caught, you're not helping anybody. And, I don't want, everyone's got their own risk assessment. Right? But again, the number one thing is survival. That's the number one goal, is to survive. I don't know, man. I'm not saying protests are not worth doing. I think the protests are always worth doing, and I don't want to come across as if I disagree with that, but it needs to be understood. Again, where were those cops on January 6th? They weren't anywhere to be found because the right wing has all the power. So when the right wing does a protest, it's all good. They get to fuck anyone up. They get to kill anyone. They get to desecrate anything that they want. Cops are nowhere to be found. If you see one black person in the crowd, woof, call in the riot police. And that's just how it is. It's an unequal country. Any concept of fairness or equality that you were fucking brainwashed into believing in elementary school, that shit was a lie. This country has never been free. This country has never been equal. This country has never been fair. That's it. And I was going to talk about Oslo, but I don't want to talk about Oslo. That's too much for me right now. How's everyone doing? Forced into riots living in Minneapolis, it was certainly a learning experience that I stayed as far as I wouldn't. My opinion is that I want to go as close as possible to danger. Andrea sounds like Biden. I mean, I'm sorry, Peter, but you're a fucking moron. But I think going as close as possible as to protests and riots is good. The most important thing you can do at a protest is survive and make friends. Right? You need to organize. No country has ever been toppled from a spontaneous protest, but from organized protest. It's that simple. Right? If you go to a fucking protest and everyone doesn't know anyone, and no one knows who anyone is, it's not going to do anything. It might, I'm just saying, like, the most important thing at a protest, learning, survival, and organizing. But if that makes me sound like Joe Biden, okay, sure. Fucking moron. Had to watch the Famine House. Okay. Yeah, that's what's good about me, is I don't have responsibilities. I would just have to come home every couple hours and say hello to my doggy. Every time the left does damage, the right seizes upon it, and it's worse. I disagree in this tit-for-tat theory. Right-wingers have been bombing Planned Parenthoods for decades. Like, a lefty, punching someone is not going to make a right-winger somehow more violent, in my opinion. The right's going to be maximizing the violence at every turn. And then, again, they're going to get off on it most of the time. Like, the police, they're right-wing. The state is right-wing. And they have a monopoly on violence. They can do whatever the fuck they want. And then again, even if you defend yourself, they're going to find a way to fuck you up even more. Like, we are fucked. The only way out of it is to organize, to stop yelling at each other over stupid fucking garbage. That's the problem with fucking people that are anywhere to the left of Adolf Hitler, right? Everyone to the right of Adolf Hitler, they are 100% in unison. They might disagree sometimes, but they disagree in constructive ways and they work together at the end of the day. Anyone to the left of Adolf Hitler, they spend all day yelling at each other, oh, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. You're a liberal. You're a shit lib. Oh, you're a radical Antifa. Oh, don't be violent. Don't say the F word. Oh. Everyone to the left of Adolf Hitler is too busy yelling at each other over stupid, petty fucking garbage than doing anything at all. If everyone to the left of Adolf Hitler actually got their shit together and organized, hey, we'd have a hell of a time in this country. But, I don't know. We just had an experiment in 2020 with mass protest. And the cops got more money. So, we need to come up with better tactics. Peter, what are you trying to ask? What is the point of your crybaby drivel in the chat? It's not even the progressive left is not organized. It's centrists aren't organized. Nobody outside of the right wing is organized. At all. I mean, if centrists at least organized, they probably would have done something basic like electoral college reform by now. I think protest works in its limited capacity for change. Protest is not going to be the thing that makes the country change. Protest is about educating, organizing, right? Learning more about one another, learning more about your local government, learning more about how things work. Protesting doesn't, like, unless you get, like, a critical mass of the population, like 30, 40 million people, maybe. But a disorganized protest is not going to be able to do much. An organized protest, if you get 5 million people and they spent years training for an action and they know exactly what they're going to be doing, that's a whole different ballgame. But if you get 1 million people doing like a women's march, that's not going to do shit. It really isn't. When you get 1 million people counter-protesting against neo-Nazis, yeah, we all hate neo-Nazis. Great. What else is new? Let's talk about what we're going to do so that neo-Nazis don't continue to gain power, you know? I 1000% endorse everybody having self-defense training. In my opinion, if you want gun control, the fastest way to achieve gun control is for every minority to buy guns and then be very loud about the fact that they have guns. If every black person in this country bought 20 guns and then posted on the social media all day and did live demonstrations of nonviolent, just open carry demonstrations, we'd have some gun control. So I 1000% support self-defense, training, drills. And again, also, eat well. You can't expect to go do a revolution if you're eating Wendy's and junk food every day. Fucking take care of your body. Take care of your fucking body. 95% of Americans don't eat vegetables. You think we're going to have a successful revolution in this country when 95% of Americans don't eat vegetables? I mean, come on, man. I mean, like, goddamn. General strike's a great idea. But how do we get there? How can we get to the point? I mean, we don't even need a general strike. We really only need targeted industries. The food industry. Right? Airlines. Airlines shut down. There was a big airline strike a couple of years ago, and it ended a government shutdown. So, I mean, general strike, that would be great. But really, we don't need to go that far. We can start by organizing a food industry strike. Imagine if everyone who works in the food industry went on strike and grocery store shelves started being abandoned and food stopped being produced. Then people would get their fucking shit together. But I mean, we've got a fucked up country. Everyone is emaciated. Everyone is unhealthy. Everyone is dumb in this country. That's the default. What should the left's number one priority right now be? I think it should be getting money out of politics. Okay, well, how do we get money out of politics? How do we do that? We organize. So, in my opinion, if left-wingers had the ability to organize effectively, like, talk about whatever you want as a gateway to organizing. That's why I say go to every protest you can. Be as involved in local organizing. Be as involved as you can in protesting. Go to every protest you have. If there's a protest and you have a car, and let's say it's like the next town over, go there, check it out. If you don't have a car, but there's a protest that's like, 2-mile walk, consider the 2-mile walk. So, like that's the thing. Is like, once you start organizing, if you have the capability of getting money out of politics, by that point, we can do so much more than just getting money out of politics. You know what I mean? Ratify the states to add an amendment through a convention. I mean, good luck. Like, the only way you'd be able to do that is with mass political awakening and protest. And if you can get mass political awakening and protest, yeah, you can get money out of politics and everything else as well. The end all be all is political organizing. Get a bulletproof vest for your protest. I agree. I have a fucking bulletproof vest. I wore it to protest last year. When motherfuckers were threatening to shoot up the protest, you bet your ass I fucking showed up with a bulletproof fucking vest. Get religion out of politics. Get religion out of life. Fuck religion. Fuck that stupid fucking shit. %81 of Americans believe in God. You think you're going to hold a successful revolution when 81% of this country believes in stupid fucking shit like God? Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. All I know is that we are fucked. And not in the good dick way. Not in the good dick way. Like, when I go over here, the lighting looks a lot better. Folks, yesterday, I got stung by something. I don't know. Can you see this shit? Can you see this? Like this red ass shit? Goddamn. Looks a lot redder on camera. But yesterday I was mowing the grass and I got fucking stung by something. I haven't gotten stung by something in literally since I was like 9 years old. Scared the shit out of me. But look at that shit. Holy fuck. Like, that's horrifying, man. Got fucking stung by something. It doesn't hurt anymore. But, like, fuck. The last time I got stung by something was when I was very young. And my mother told me I was allergic to bees. So, like, the first thing I thought of is, like, oh, shit, I'm gonna die. That looks pretty serious. You better go. Shut the fuck up, Spit Dragon. Shut the fuck up. But, so I was, like, I was freaking out. But I'm fine, I guess. I don't know, just put ice on it. But, I guess I'm not allergic to bees. I guess. I don't know. I also don't know what stung me. Could have been a bee, it could have been a wasp. I'm not sure. Green clay? I mean, I don't think I need to worry about the poison. Like, I think I'm fine. I think it was just like a sting. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the poison is gone. Unless, like, you're telling me that shit can lay dormant and then, like, I could, like, get sick and die and, like, after the fact? Which, if that's possible. See, you could edit this part out. Why would I edit this? This is the best part of the show. Why do I tell you motherfuckers about my life experiences? Y'all, you could get a fever and die. Like, the venom is what's causing the area to still be inflamed. I mean, it's not that inflamed. Like, it's just red. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. I once got fever and died. Shit. It's unfortunate. Powdered clay? I'll have to get some fucking powdered clay then. Bee venom stays in your body forever. Isn't that a good thing? Like, shouldn't I develop, like, an immunity to it if it stays in my body forever? Don't itch it. It's not even remotely itchy. Y'all motherfuckers. I'm just trying to tell a story. And y'all motherfuckers are like, you're gonna die. In fact, you're probably already dead. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Put some of that hot corn chip on it. Mila, DM it to me. It looks normal for a bee sting. Like, okay, I will say, like, the camera makes it look a lot worse. Like, the way the camera does colors. Like, this part is just from, like, putting my arm on this for, like, the whole show. So, like, this part is just temporary. Because this is where I rest my arm. So this is, like, this is the only part that actually matters. Does it itch? No. Yeah, like, the other red is just, you know, I have it on this arm too, a little bit. Texas school banned hoodies. Oh. Y'all motherfuckers, like, we have a bunch of snake oil salesmen in this chat room. Buy my fucking Indian healing clay. Buy my Claritin. Buy my fucking goddamn bee venom. Use a hot chip. What the fuck is the matter with you people? Could be a spider bite. It was absolutely not a spider bite because I was outside mowing the grass. And I heard a buzzing, and then I was like, ah! Put tobacco on it? Soy product? What the fuck? Anyway, folks, that's probably the end of my show for today. There's a couple other things I wanted to talk about, but I'll do it tomorrow. Eh. By the way, look at like my arm. Look at like the tan. You see this fucking shit? Like, this is my actual skin color-ish. And then... Isn't that crazy? Last year, when I was out protesting every day during the fucking hot-ass fucking summer, I got, like, really dark. Like, go out and watch one of my shows from, like, July or August 2021. I got dark as fuck. I've never been that tanned before. Maxie! Max! He's woofing it up in the corner. Tobacco on a sting works. Yeah, like I just have tobacco around. Show us some more skin. I'm sorry, that's as much skin as you're gonna see for today. Anyway, folks. You have a blunt? No. Yeah, I'm gonna do an OnlyFans, and it's just like me showing my arms. Like, that's the OnlyFans page. Like, oh yeah, look at that arm. Look at that, see? More elbow? Okay. There you go. Yeah, but this is the end of the show. I'm just kind of filibustering here. Tomorrow I got some other stuff I'm going to talk about for sure. So... that's it. That's all I got.
But the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb. But the
Here I am, Nancy Pelosi, saying this country needs a strong Republican Party, and we do.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.